Alrighty, hello guys. So today's yoga class is going to be a little bit different. We're going to go a little bit slower. And as always, listen to your body. If you need to make any modifications, please do so. All right, so we are going to begin still in a cross-legged, comfortable position. Remove any fleshy bits out of the way. Allow the sitting bones to connect into the earth. And then just allow the eyes to start to soften. Check in with yourself, check in with your body. Sitting up nice and tall. And then start to now pay attention to the breath. So today's class, we're going to be focusing on the head up, heart strong is kind of like our motto, our philosophy, if you will, our theme for the class. And a lot of times, me personally, I know when I'm feeling down or if I'm having a hard time, I tend to curl up. I round my shoulders. My breath is more shallow. And instead, maybe we can see if we can train the body to open up, to open the shoulders, open the heart, which therefore will open up the mind. So if we open up the heart, we can train the mind to kind of let go. So checking back in with your breath if you've lost that sensation. Fill up the lungs and then let everything go. Nice and relax through the eyes here. Relax through the jaw. Good, and then we're going to start to, as we're still paying attention to our breath, we'll take some movement here. So as we inhale, we're going to open the arms, and if you need to, you can open your eyes too as we start to do this, but really focusing on the breath. We're going to inhale, open the arms wide like we're giving ourselves a big stretch. Look up, big inhale. Good, as we exhale, we're going to wrap our hands around our body and then kind of curl in like we would if we're feeling a little sad. Good, and then inhale, open the heart, look up. Good, on this next exhale, we're going to curl our hands now, the opposite arm in front. And if it makes you think about it too much, then don't worry about it. Just do what feels good. Don't think too much. Good. Inhale, open up. We're going to do it 2 more times. Exhale, hug yourself. Switching arms. Good. Inhale, open. Head up, heart up. And then last one, exhale, hugging yourself. Draw the hands around your rib cage, slightly curl the chin to your chest. Good, and then now we're gonna reach both arms all the way up. Reach nice and tall, feel the ribs lifting off of your sitting bones, off your hips. And then we're gonna take our right hand, place it onto the ground and lift the left arm up and over. Notice if your left hip tried to follow. And then I want you to ground that left hip down, 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 down. And then start to turn your right ribs forward, left ribs back, shining your heart up. Relaxing the jaw. Take one more beautiful breath in. Feel what it feels like and then slowly let the air out. Come back to center, both arms back up. Good, now we're gonna place the left hand down on the ground. Anchor down, lift up and over. Again, rooting down through that right hip. Get really heavy. It tends to want to follow the hand. Good, and then open, draw the right shoulder back, the left ribs forward, and you can always move this left hand if you need to. You can move it out a little bit farther away. You can go onto the elbow if you need to. But allow that right shoulder to fall back, shining the heart up, finding another beautiful breath here. Good, we're gonna slowly come back to center. And then from here, I want you to rock forward. We're gonna go into plank position. So sending your feet back, your hands are directly underneath you. We're gonna lower all the way down to the ground. As we arrive, untuck the toes. Good. As we arrive, untuck the toes. We're going to go into Cobra, Bhujangandasana. So press into those toes as you lift the heart. Put a little bit of pressure into the hands if you want. And then exhale, release. Stay here. We'll do it 2 more times. Inhale, rise, press into the feet. Open the heart. Exhale, release. Good. 1 more time. Inhale. Nice broad collarbones. Exhale, release. Good. Go ahead and tuck the toes. Maybe lift the knees and inhale, rise, plank. Good. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. Perfect. Taking a few breaths here. I want you really pressing down into the hands. Allow the inner ankle bones to melt down, down, down towards the ground as you lift your hips. Drop the heaviness of your head. Take a nice big breath here. Open mouth, let it go. Good. One more time, just like that. Inhale. And then open mouth, let it go. Good. Bring the big toes to touch. Bend your knees, look at your hands, step or float, top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift, find length from the crown of the head to the hips. And then exhale, fold. Good. Press into your feet. Inhale, rise, mountain pose, reach all the way up out of the fingers. Good. Then exhale, we bow out and over the toes, drawing the head in. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, release. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, press through your feet, reach all the way out of the fingers, come all the way up, mountain pose, reach up. Good. Exhale, bow out and over the toes. Press those hips back. Drop your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Inhale, rise up. Good. And then exhale, we bow out and over the toes, pressing the hips all the way back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Press the hands down and step back to high plank. And then lower all the way to the ground. Good. Untuck the toes and inhale, rise, cobra. Exhale, release. Good. Following your breath. Be curious about the breath. Curl the toes, maybe lift the knees and inhale, rise. Good. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. Perfect. Again, finding 2 more breaths here. Building your dog if you need to. Press firmly into the hands. Arm bones go longer and straight. Good. Exhale. Good. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. You're going to go ahead and put the knees now on the ground like you would for tabletop. And I want you to get really grounded into your left hand stays on the ground. We're going to go into like a side plank with your bottom left knee on the ground. So left knee on the ground. You're going to lift your right leg and right arm into that side plank. If you need to stay a little bit further down, keep your bottom leg on the ground and just stay in a modified side plank. Otherwise, lift the right toes up, pulling them in towards your face. Take a nice big inhale, lift through the right hand. 1 more big breath, hold and breathe. Good. Now this one gets a little bit tricky. So you're going to place your right hand down and you're going to bring your right foot forward in between the hands for like a lunge. Perfect. Now it's sometimes if we don't get enough space, I want you to come up on that back left toe, lift your knee and then set it down a little bit further behind you. So you have a little bit more space here. Good. So from here, we're going to open up. So maybe you bring your hands to your knee, or maybe you bring them all the way up. Big inhale. This is kind of more of that embodiment of that head up, heart strong. So in lifting up the rib cage off of our hip bones. Big inhale. Good. Exhale. Hands come down. We're going into half split. So we're straightening that front leg the best we can, dropping our hips back. Really dropping the chin in, and just moments take here. Feel this. Good. Take another breath here. Feel the sensations that you feel. Good. We're going to do a little vinyasa here. So start to come back, come into crescent moon, reach the arms up. Good. Crescent moon. Relax the shoulders. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Half split. Straighten that front right leg. Exhale fully. Good. Inhale, rise up, arms up, crescent moon. Good. Exhale, hands down. Straighten the leg. Exhale fully. Good. We're coming into crescent moon again. Reach the arms up, hold. Good. Play with your gaze. What your gaze can do, your body can do. Your relationships can do. So really focusing on that gaze. 1 more breath. Good. Bring your hands now to heart center. Pressing palms together, taking your left elbow, and we're going to place it for a revolved crescent lunge or crescent moon. So placing it right on top of the knee and then pressing palms in towards one another. I'll turn a little bit so you can see. And if you need to, if that's too much sensation, then keep your left hand on the ground and you can lift your right arm up, more of like a side twist. Otherwise, keep the palms pressing and then lift your right elbow up, up, up towards the sky. Good. Find that connection that you've created with your breath. Keep breathing here. Good. We have 2 more beautiful breaths in. Squeeze the palms together, press. Try to make a little bit more space for your heart. And as that happens, you're bringing your left rib cage closer to your thigh as you exhale. Good. Slowly, we bring our hands down to either side. And then I want you to step your right foot back into high plank. So you can lift your back knee if you need to. And then I want you to take your right foot, step it back, high plank, and use your knees if you need to, Chaturanga Dandasana. We're going to lower halfway down. And then inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Good, be gentle with yourself. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. Perfect. 2 breaths here. Regain your down dog. Relax your neck. 1 more breath, inhale. Full exhale. Good, bring the big toes to touch. And then inhale, the left leg lifts. Good, we're gonna gently bring that knee like tabletop to right in between. So just the knee down on the ground. Nope, I'm at right knee. Right knee on the ground. There we go. Now the right hand is gonna stay. You can go right into side plank, modified side plank if you want. Or you can go right into lifting that top left leg. So your right knee, perfect. Your right knee's on the ground and really focus on your tailbone, drawing back towards that lifted heel, that left heel. Good, play with the gaze. Allow that leg to lift a little bit higher, get a little shakier if you're there. For 3, good. 2, relax your jaw. 1, take your left hand, place it on the ground, and then step your left foot forward. Big step for that lunge. Again, lifting up through that back foot. Bring that back knee down and farther back. Curling the toes. Good, we're gonna take that vinyasa, but first we'll hold. We're gonna lift the arms up, crescent moon, reach the arms. Nice, big, generous breath in. Sink the hips a little bit lower. Good, 1 more breath here, inhale. Good, as we exhale, 1 hand on either side, straightening that front left leg, half split. Good, see if you can drop the chin a little bit towards the chest. And if that front leg doesn't straighten, that is okay. Good, 1 more breath here. Good, here we go. Bend the knee, crescent moon, arms lift up. Perfect. And then exhale, 1 hand on either side. Drop the head, straighten the leg. Inhale, crescent moon, lift the arms. Good, exhale, 1 hand on either side. Half split. Good, inhale, rise up, crescent moon and hold. Good, we're gonna bring our hands now to palms, heart center. We're gonna lean slightly forward and then taking that twist. So right elbow, left thigh, press palms in towards one another, adding that twist, perfect. So if you need to, you can always take the hand down on the ground if you need to, right hand on the ground. Allow the left elbow to point up into the air. And then notice, draw your right shoulder blade back. I'm at your left shoulder blade back. Draw your right ribs forward, shining that heart forward. Good, nice, big, beautiful round breath in. A nice round breath out. Good. Bringing 1 hand on either side. We're going to lift our back toe, come up into that high plank, stepping that left foot back. Good. Here we go. We're going to chaturanga again. You can use your knees if you need to. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. So we're going to start to walk our hands now back to the back of our mat. So we're just going to take a little walk, bring your hands back. Your feet are hip width distance. And I want you to take your peace fingers. So your pointer and your and your middle finger. So peace fingers, and you're going to grab your big toe. Generously bend your knees at first, drop your head, and then using the strength of your core, of your abdominals, start to straighten your legs. So you're using your core strength to lift your hips, dropping your head, and then having a little bit of tension through your arms. Nice, big, round breaths in. Good, full breath out. Releasing the big toes. Find that halfway lift, inhale. Good, exhale, release. Good. So from here, I want you to bring your toes, toe heel them back closer together. And then inhale, we rise up all the way, reaching out of fingertips, out of the hands. Good, hands come to heart center. Press palms in towards one another. And we're gonna go, I'm gonna turn just so you can see me. We're gonna go into tree pose. So first, I want you to bring one knee, let's bring our right knee up off of the ground. So we're coming into one-legged mountain. And then you get to decide, we're gonna either bring it for tree pose at the ankle, the calf, or you get to bring it all the way up into the upper thigh. Just make sure you're avoiding your knee. So taking that time, finding what feels best for you, and remembering that just because it's the hardest doesn't mean it's the best option for you. So finding where you are, you can always use your hand. And then finding that expression of tree pose that best suits you. So maybe you grow the arms up, finding the arms lift. And if not, maybe they stay right at heart center. Whatever feels the most rooted in your intention. Finding that breath. Staying here for a moment. And if you fall, don't worry, get back and do it again. So I have a confession to make. So a lot of times whenever I'm sad or I'm down, I tend to blame. I blame others. I blame somebody else or something else instead of taking ownership of what the feelings are for me. And so what with yoga, it's all about owning your feelings and not hashing them out as somebody else's fault. But it's perhaps about finding the dark spots and shining a little bit of light on them, owning the feelings, not having a sense to have to label them always. All right, bring your hands now back to heart center if you had them out. We're gonna come back into that one-legged mountain pose. We're gonna take this into dancers. So right hand is gonna be out like you have a serving tray. Right hand out. You're gonna take your right foot behind you, grabbing the right big toe. And you're just gonna play with this expression. You're gonna start to send your heart forward a little bit, reaching out through your left hand. Kick back with your right. Good. Finding the expression that best suits you. Keep shining your heart forward. One more breath here. Good, and then gently bring it back. One-legged mountain pose. Keep the foot off the ground. Good. Inhale, lift the leg. Inhale, breathe. Get nice and strong. Good, exhale, put it all down. Shake it out. Good. So now, notice that the left ankle might be a little tired. And now we're gonna start to ground down through our right foot. Bring our hands to heart center, bringing your left foot up. Good. Putting a lot of love into that left leg, left ankle. It gave you so much support. Perfect. And now we're gonna go into tree pose. So finding either the ankle, the calf, or above the knee. Big breath. And then finding that expression for you. Maybe the arms branch out and open. Maybe they stay exactly where they are. Pressing down into that right foot. Checking in with your breath here. Try not to wander off. Good. Yoga is a practice of embodiment. Being in this body, and really owning your feelings. So with the practice of head up, heart strong, we're owning the feelings that we have instead of pushing the blame onto somebody else or something else. And perhaps we can see it, we can shine a little light into the darkness, into all the cracks and crevices. Good. Allow, if you're having a little shaking, know that that's great. Slowly bring your hands now to heart center. Relax the leg a little bit, but keep it up, one-legged mountain. All right, dancer's pose. So left hand now is out like a serving platter as you're holding. Bring your left foot behind. You're gonna grab the left big toe, yep. And then start to find that expression for you. So you're gonna send, I'll turn sideways. Send your right hand forward, press back through your left hand, left foot. Find a drishti, a focal point that you can focus on. Big breath in, hold for a moment, but not your breath. Inhale. Full exhale first. And then gently start to come back into mountain pose. One-legged, hand comes to heart center. Here we go. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the leg. Allow yourself to shake if it's happening for you. Big inhale. Good. Exhale, put it down, shake it out. Good. Nice job. Inhale, arms lift up, look up. Good. And then we exhale, we press the hips back. We lead with the heart as we bow out and over the toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, release. Hands come down, step back to high plank and lower halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. Good. Bring your big toes to touch. We're gonna lift the right leg up in the air, spread the toes. Good. From here, we're gonna go into half pigeon. So take your right knee to your right wrist. And then I want you to slide your left leg back, back, back as far as you can, getting a little bit more space into those hips. So the front right knee, spread the toes so that way it protects the ankle. And if this doesn't feel good at any time as we hold, because we're going to hold for a little bit, you just go over to your back and do figure 4 glute stretch, okay? If you were here, maybe start to send the heart forward just a moment, lift the head. Good, you can stay here at any time. If you want to make this a little bit more of a stretch, you can drop down onto the elbows. Maybe you drop the head. We'll be here for a few breaths. So noticing the sensations that you feel right now. Don't label them good or bad. Just noticing them and send your breath there. This moment can be really powerful. It can be really, really helpful for you. It's allowing the earth to hold you and to know that perhaps everything is exactly how it's supposed to be. And again, not labeling anything good or bad, but it's part of your journey. And that maybe anything that you are carrying, anything that isn't yours to carry, you can set it down. Right now in your yoga practice, in your pigeon pose, you can mentally set down what is no longer yours to carry. Taking another breath here into this sensation, to this feeling. And I want you to just slightly come up. We're going to press the hands away if you were down. All right, we're not going to change too much. From here, you're going to press into your hands. We're going to go into like a prone frog. So you're just going to take your right leg and you're going to bring it out to the outside of your right hand. And I'll turn if you need to see me better. So we'll be, yep, just like that. You can't even see my leg. And then we'll go right back down. So for some of us, this is highly sensational. The inner thigh might be tight, maybe not. We're just going to relax. You can have the arms out to a T if that feels good. Putting the head down, relaxing it onto the mat. So for some of us, this is a lot of sensation, and for others, this is how they sleep at night. And breathing into this area. Allow your body again to be fully supported. You've got this. You can breathe here. This reminds me, someone once told me, a lot of times I tend to have these long lists of things I want to do or things I want to change about my life. I'm trying to find joy. I'm trying to find this, trying to find that, finding what I want to do. So I've got these long lists of things I want to accomplish on how to find joy, how to find what I want to do. And someone said, that's good, that's great, but don't change too much. Someone loves you just the way you are. And how amazing is that? You don't have to change too much. Someone loves you just the way you are. So again, don't change too much. You're just going to slightly push the floor away. Keep that leg where it is. You're going to take your left hand. We're going to thread the needle. So left hand is going to go underneath your right. So we're threading that needle. You're going to drop your left shoulder blade onto the ground. And then you're just going to slightly stack the hips. You're going to open up to a spinal twist. So taking your right arm now back behind you, closing the eyes. Don't change too much. Good. It doesn't have to be perfect to be felt. Your right shoulder may never touch the earth here, and that's okay. Finding what you feel, noticing the feelings, perhaps places that you can let go. Checking in with your breath. Good. One more big round of breathing here. One more inhale. Fill up even in the belly. And then slowly let that air out. You're going to turn back over like you're going back into plank pose. So slowly turn back to the right. And we're going to, I know, beautiful choreography. Curl your back toes, send it back. Right leg back, plank pose. You can use your knees. We're going into our one of our last chaturangas of the practice. So lower halfway down and pause. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. Perfect. From here, we're going to lift the left leg up into the air, spread the toes. And then exhale, pigeon pose. So bring the left knee to left wrist. And then slide the right leg back as far as you can, creating space here. You can hang out here being a little high, or you can rock yourself down into sleeping pigeon. And again, allowing yourself to be here in this moment. Stay present with your breath. Don't wander off. It's very easy to do. And no judgment if it happens, but just once you catch it, then bring your attention, your awareness back to your breathing. See if you can send your breath into every part of your body. What does it feel like if you could do that? See if you could give some benefit to this side. Allowing something else to open, to relax, to let go. Good. One more breath here. Good. Remember, not change too much. We're going to start to push the floor away. We're going into the prone frog. So you're just going to take your left leg, you're going to pick it up and put it on the outside of your right or left leg now. And then settling back down, let the head just relax onto the floor. You can always move the knee up a little higher if you need a little bit more sensation. Bring it higher to your chest, towards your armpit. Allow yourself to set down what is no longer yours to carry. Trust that the universe will do what it does, and that perhaps my plan might not be the plan. Good. Don't change too much. Push the floor away just a little bit. We're going to go with that thread the needle. So we're going to take our right hand now underneath the left arm, drop that shoulder down, and then open now the left shoulder, even if it never makes it to the floor. Stay here with this. There's good stuff right here, right now. Staying in this moment. And as you're here, you get to decide in this moment, do you take action today, or do you have something that you need to let go? To trust and lean into the people, the ones that love you. It's always your decision. And sometimes just with a little bit of lightheartedness here, we realize that we, or I, am the cause of my own suffering. And with lightheartedness, sometimes you have to say that. Otherwise, we're going to laugh or you're going to cry. And so if you are the cause of your own suffering, then know that you are also the cause of your own liberation. That this is your life and you get to take action in the direction that you want to go. Or perhaps recognize that it's time to let go. So with remembering, with knowing that you are the cause of your own liberation, staying here in this moment, you get to just gently just roll onto the back for the best part of the class. Coming into your own Shavasana, we're just going to find space here. We're going to take up as much space as we can. Allow the shoulders to melt down and into the mat. Get really heavy, really comfortable here. Relaxing the eyes, relaxing the shoulders. The ankles are nice and heavy. Allowing the earth to come up and support you. And as we relax fully into that sensation, into the earth, I'll leave you for a few natural breaths, staying here in your breath. big, nice, generous breath to come back into the body. Fill up the lungs. And as you do, start to straighten, point the toes in the opposite direction of the hands, stretch and get really long. And then when you're ready, curl up into the right fetal position, using your right arm as a pillow for your head. And that your left hand is right there supporting the earth in front of your heart. Checking in with the body, how you feel now versus when you started today's class. And when you're ready, go ahead and push the floor away, come into a comfortable seated position. Keeping the hands now to your heart center. And know that this practice would not be the same without you. Taking a full breath in, I want you to think who could benefit most from this practice. Who is the most important person in the universe? And send them the benefits of this practice out to them. We bow humbly to our own hearts, acknowledging the light within us and the light that shines within everyone, and that no light is stronger or better or brighter than anyone else's. They're just different. And now we're gonna end our class with one deep sigh. So take as much air in as you possibly can, and then let it go. Open the eyes. It wouldn't have been the same without you. Peace and love. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me in today's practice. I hope you loved it.